Watch, Kat Timpf utterly roasts Joe Biden.
To go to the point that I knew, you have to say to yourself, when the leader of the free world, literally the most powerful man alive, has an imaginary friend, that's when I kind of knew, and we're going to show the clip, that's when I knew we're in real trouble here.
Let's see it.
You guys.
Kat Timpf launched her critique of Joe Biden's presidency by pointing to moments that symbolized not just lapses in judgment, but an alarming detachment from reality. The underlying theme of her roast was not just about Biden's gaffes, but what they revealed about his ability to lead the nation effectively.
A piece in the Wall Street Journal talked about this, pointing to special counsel Robert Hur explaining that he wasn't going to charge Biden in part because he didn't think a jury would convict a guy with such diminished faculties. Anyway, it was a huge moment that I will never forget. Much like my engagement, finding out I was pregnant, and that one time Greg told me I was doing a good job. But it wasn't the only one. There were a lot of truly crazy moments that we were somehow supposed to accept as being perfectly normal.
The narrative shifted to Biden's public interactions, where his frequent struggles with names and identities highlighted a concerning pattern. These moments, Timpf suggested, weren't isolated mistakes, but part of a larger issue with his cognitive faculties.
It's all about treating people with dignity. And it's about making sure that, look, I mean, for example, look at the heat I'm getting because I named the Secretary of Defense a black man.
Yeah, he can't be racist, guys. He helped out, what's his name? The black guy. That's dignity. His name's Lloyd Austin, by the way. And of course, let's not forget my own personal favorite.
It had to put on their windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer.
So that was the problem this whole time? And you all thought it was dementia. But hey, to his credit, since he took office, not one person has been diagnosed with oil cancer. Yep, that's why I and so damn many other people I know have cancer. Remember that? And then they were like, oh, he said he's been affected by cancer. That's not what he said.
The infamous Easter Bunny incident was another point of focus, illustrating how Biden's interactions with the public often bordered on the absurd. This moment encapsulated the chaotic and sometimes baffling nature of his presidency.
Did he think at that exact moment, like, yes, wild giant bunny, I will follow you this way. I have no idea what's going on. Like, he was starting to talk about, like, geopolitical catastrophe that he was leading, and the bunny's like, over here, buddy, out this way.
Truly wild.
Timpf and her panel also reflected on Biden's legacy, particularly the public's lowered expectations for leadership. What once might have been considered a bare minimum was now celebrated, further emphasizing the stark contrast between Biden's presidency and those that came before.
He did a great job. He did it.
You know, it really does show how bad, what we've come to accept when we're all applauding that he was capable of good morning.
Yeah.
He walked to the appropriate place, stopped, and said good morning.
That's right.
And apparently it was morning.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, he did go into a tirade with some racial slurs, but notwithstanding, he did a good job up until that point.
Paul Morrow chimed in with a broader observation about the structural impact of Biden's leadership, or lack thereof. His remarks painted a picture of an administration that had been running on autopilot for years, with predictable consequences.
When the top person is MIA, the thing runs for a while, but then at the edges, it starts to completely fray. We haven't had an executive for 4 years, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, that clip you showed, 2022. Aaron, do you think this is all on the media, or do you put this on anyone else also?
Oh, there's definitely a large level of culpability in the media, but also in the Biden administration. These people knew that this man was not up for the job, and we've seen these clips. He's clearly not up for the job.
The discussion closed with reflections on the normalization of Biden's public missteps. Timpf highlighted how these moments, once shocking, had become routine, prompting a broader critique of the media and administration's role in perpetuating this acceptance.
Stuff like forgetting people were dead.
Representative Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here.
Yeah, that Jackie he was looking for died a month before that. And he would forget who living people were, too.
The media's role in minimizing these concerns became a key focus as well. Perini criticized both the administration and the press corps for enabling a presidency that she argued was shielded from proper scrutiny.
Did he think at that exact moment, like, yes, wild giant bunny, I will follow you this way. I have no idea what's going on. Like, he was starting to talk about, like, geopolitical catastrophe that he was leading.
Finally, Timpf highlighted a particularly poignant moment of Biden's presidency that exemplified the lowered bar for leadership. While the moment may seem humorous, it underscored the broader concerns about his capacity to govern.
Yeah, that clip you showed, 2022. Aaron, do you think this is all on the media, or do you put this on anyone else also?
Oh, there's definitely a large level of culpability in the media, but also in the Biden administration. These people knew that this man was not up for the job, and we've seen these clips. He's clearly not up for the job. Here's the thing. Robert Hur, as special counsel, did an interview with Joe Biden and then put out the report in early 2024. And in that report said, we won't prosecute him because we don't think a jury could find him culpable in this situation given his mental decline. Which means during that interview, which was before the report came out, people were in that room and aware of where Joe Biden was mentally. This is actually a massive cover-up. Yeah. And in that interview we just saw with Isaac, he then goes on to say, you know, they could finish this like the West Wing and know that they have more power right now every single day than they do when they're out of the White House. This isn't the West Wing. This is reality. This is much worse than Veep. It's not funny anymore. That man is the sitting president of the United States. Can't remember who's in his cabinet. Can't remember if there are people near him. Can't remember what's going on half the time. And he's supposed to make the decisions to keep us all safe. That should terrify everybody.
From Biden's frequent public gaffes to the media's role in shielding him from scrutiny, we've explored some of the most talked about moments of his presidency. Whether it's forgetting the names of key figures, surreal incidents like the Easter Bunny intervention, or the broader implications of a leader perceived as absent, these moments raise significant questions about his leadership and legacy. What do you think defines Biden's presidency the most? These public gaffes, the administration's responses, or something else entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments below.